Hey everyone, it's Susan Kennedy. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are regular subscribers and for those of you that are new, welcome. So this video today, it's about the full moon in Pisces, which is coming up, and also a little bit around the beginning of September. So I'm just going to do this as the weekly reading. For those of you as well that are interested in past lives, I've recorded another video that will be uploaded on Wednesday this week. And, you know, just make sure that when you subscribe, you click that thing that says notifications so you can get notified of that video being released. All right, so full moon, supermoon. Supermoon happens when the moon is closest to the earth. It's a blue moon, meaning it's not blue, but it's that thing, you know, things happen once in a blue moon. 2 full moons in 1 month. And the Pisces supermoon is, you know, Pisces moons can only happen in Virgo season because it's the opposite sign. And what we've got is the, you know, the energy of Virgo already with us. And Virgo is very much a perfectionist, very detailed, very analytical. Pisces is the dreamy energy. It's the creative, the watery energy. So it's really important at the moment. A couple of things I would encourage you to do is to make sure that you are drinking a lot of water, because, you know, if you think even about the amount of fire on the planet at the moment, the heat, the energy of the mind being overactive, and that's what Virgo energy is. It's the mind always on, never knowing when to kind of really slow down. So make sure you hydrate. It would be really good for this full moon. It will be a great time as well to finally release some delusions that you may have had. So delusions as to lack of power that you may feel, delusions as to the way your life is unfolding and the choices that you have. And that's very much the energy we're in this 7 year. Self-mastery, what are we here for? Moving into the 8 year, moving into the correct use of our power. So that more and more will come, you know, this last 3 months of the year. I always see that in my readings, that this last 3 months, if we haven't worked on self-mastery, if we haven't been able to understand what our real gifts are, you know, what our challenges are, then we get really challenged with that. As you go into the full moon, it's always a great time to release, to let go, but it's a great time of self-reflection and really understanding at the moment what it is that is stopping you from seeing yourself clearly, from trusting your intuition, from paying attention to the messages that you get. So it is going to be a time when the channels are really wide open. You know, they're always open, but there's a time, you know, when the planets are moving, when the moon is closest, when it affects our physicality. So for many of you, you may have experienced a lot of tiredness of late. And I hope if you've been experiencing that you've been ready and willing to give into it. I hope that you've been listening to your bodies and kind of saying, you know, whatever it is, it can wait. But recognizing more and more the mental energy that's going on at the moment. And you'll be seeing it around you, observing it. It's a great time for observation at the moment, to observe what exactly is going on with those people that you're sharing your life with, and observing the ways that you potentially feel so much that you've gone into overdrive the last few weeks in trying to help, trying to fix. So it's a reset. Full moon's always a reset time. It's a time to really focus inwardly, to shine that light within on what your habits are, what your beliefs are. And the Pisces energy, it really encourages you to tap into that wisdom that's in you, the inner knowing, and to take some time, if you can, to step away from the, you know, the noise around you, the news, all of the things that maybe are turning this over and over. So potentially staying away a little bit from social media. Interesting, isn't it? Because I'm putting this out there on YouTube. But being a lot more discerning is the message for this time of the month. You know, being discerning about what you listen to and paying attention to the way your mind goes into overdrive with trying to fix, trying to help, trying to sort somebody else out, when really it's about you sorting yourself out. And that sorting yourself out, really, it's just about understanding why you do what you do and just making peace with that. So it's very much a peaceful time. We go into September, so the beginning of this next month. The image I get with that is it's like a birth, you know. We're 9 months into the year. So it's a case of, you know, what have you birthed already? What is ready to be born in this month? What is ready to come into your life? And it feels like it will be around connections with people, a different level of connection, relationships deepening, some separating, and in that separation, an understanding that the journey has, you know, done its distance, gone its path, but a deepening of the relationship that you have with you and a deepening of your understanding of the way that you relate. So Virgo energy, always wanting to, you know, there's an element of control with Virgos, or with the Virgo energy, not the people, but the energy that Virgo's all about. So it's that managing things, but from that place of wanting to know what the outcome is. So I really see this month for you, it's a time of allowing things to unfold, but also recognizing whatever's gone on in August will be being birthed again in 9 months' time, so next May. And it feels like September and May are the months where, you know, we have these great blossomings and openings. So I'd encourage you, before you go into September, maybe have a little think back over August. What has been the theme for you over August? What was the, you know, what was the driving passion? What were the challenges? And the things I see are greater connections happening already in the August month, a greater sense of stillness and a greater sense of that strength of your own intuitive self coming online. So again, I think I might have said this in my last video, I'm noticing more and more how everybody is awakening. And when I say that, I don't mean you that's watching this, because you're already interested in spirituality. You're already working on your intuition. You're already a light worker. But those people that are on the fringes, they're really noticing. They're really being pushed. They're really kind of saying strange things are happening. And so for you, it's really important that you begin to speak more and more about your own experiences with spirituality, your own experiences with your guides, with your angels, with the, you know, the signs that you see, with the synchronicities. And you're going to find that those people that you thought were not in that world, they're already awake to it. They're already starting to notice these things, and they may be looking to you to become that person that can help them and guide them. So no more hiding in the closet, basically, is what I'm saying around that spiritual side of things. Other things I'm seeing for us for this coming week, a case of kind of detaching from solitude. I think there's been a time for that, of being, you know, having to go within. But it feels like there's, you know, the trust that you can step back and maintain your own sense of self whilst being with other people. So really that means not watering yourself down. And even though we're in this Piscean full moon, lots of water, lots of dream time, lots of imagination, lots of visions and images. It's to really focus on that vision that you have for yourself, to really focus on the image that you want to live into. And so often the image that you have of yourself is nowhere near as magnificent as what you are. And so really encourage you this next week to be aware of what you say to yourself, be aware of the words, be aware of the habits that you have, so that you can move into that complete supporter of yourself. Going to use the Rumi cards, Alana Fairchild's beautiful cards, just to see what else comes. The thing that I really know will happen this week too is you're going to become more aware of the power of your subconscious mind. The way that your subconscious automatically moves you into judgment, or it moves you into certain actions. And that subconscious is where you've been programmed in the past. This week, you have this new month. You have a full moon to illuminate those judgments or those habits or those beliefs. So by seeing things clearly, that's the only time you can change it. And September, it is a month to really look at how you can manage your own subconscious so that you can make it work for you, and that you can work with your physical body. It feels a lot still like with the physical, but it's a lot with the mental. So at the moment, again, I think I said it earlier, you may be observing a lot of people around you really suffering with repeated negative thoughts. A lot of people refusing your help, even though you know what will help them. So step back from it and vision them in a better space, because that's all you can do, is to imagine them in that space. But be very aware of your own subconscious and how it's playing out all the time. Okay, so beautiful Rumi cards. See what beautiful wisdom we have to also give us a little bit of insight for this week. That's an interesting one. The Lion and the Deer, number 22. Now, we've just come out of Leo season, which is the lion energy, and the deer is that softness and the gentleness of the Virgo energy. So we've got the strength and the power and the softness coming together, and the 22 being balance and harmony. The 22 master number, double opportunities, double challenge, but also relationship energy, justice, equality. We've got a lot of justice energy going on at the moment in the world. Don't really want to talk about it, but things coming to, karma playing out, people not being able to get away with things. How I see this card with all its beautiful colours is to use your strength and use your gentleness together. Use your passion, use your vision together. Use your sense of intuition and your sense of logic together, because that's the perfect balance. That's the yin-yang energy. That's the getting things, you can't be too much in one energy and not enough in the other. And I always remember a great mentor of mine, Mavis Patilla. She always said, don't be so far up in the clouds that you can't be of any earthly use. So for those of you that potentially are not meditating, maybe now is the time to do that. If you're meditating too much, maybe it's time to pull it back and just get into some physical activity. So, looking at this balance, looking at the using both energies this week particularly. There's also, I just want to say as well, there's also a black hole there in the I don't know if it's black or whether it's purple, but there's a hole. It looks to me like in the universe, the black hole. And I think that's that, reminding us that there are times when we can go down a rabbit hole. We can, grab hold of something that potentially could be damaging or could be hurtful, and we can go down that hole. And this is saying don't do that. There's the black hole there, but you don't have to go down it. You don't have to go down the rabbit hole. use your sense of balance, use your strength, use your intuition, use your logic, use your creativity, so that you can look at how you can navigate around the whole. And, you know, with anything that's ever going on in your life or the lives of loved ones, there is always, always, always a choice in how that situation is handled. And I believe this week, we, you, me, will be challenged with that, or we will be presented with an opportunity not to go down the black hole or into the rabbit hole. See what else we can come with. Okay, nice one. Let love transform. And those of you that follow me regularly know that I'm always talking about the power of love. And truly, love is the only healer. It's the only thing that will soften your mind, soften your heart, heal your body, is the energy of love. And it's a 14, so a new beginning around love, a new beginning around the processes that you put in place. And there's also in this, I don't know whether you can see it, it looks like a wartime plane to me up there in the, you know, the Messerschmitts, I don't know if I said that right, but there's kind of like the guides there, they're always, you know, helping us. And then there's this physical battle that goes on the earth plane. And I think, again, we're being reminded not to go into battle energy, to be very loving towards yourself primarily. We do have a lot of planets in retrograde at the moment, or coming into this period. So whenever there's retrograde, it's about reflection, remembering, resetting, reprogramming, and without even going into what those planets are, a time for, reflection, remembering who you are, remembering your power, remembering your skills, remembering that something can turn on a sixpence, that what can seem devastating can quickly turn around. And we've got lots of these. I don't know, I'll have to look through the cards, but another, we've got the full moon on this one. I surge on the uprising wave of love. So love, very much the theme, which I did speak about earlier. Excuse me, the freedom that comes with that. 5, being spontaneous, that full moon energy there. And it almost looks like a pearl of wisdom down there in the other little vortex, if you like. And when the supermoon comes in, you know, they always say as above, so below. So I guess the moon energy is big, the earth energy is big. It's a time of deep, deep, deep reflection. But that uprising of love, when you bring that energy into your physical body, it'll give you the lift that you need. It will give you the encouragement that you need. And so speak words of love, find a way to be free, look at how you can break old habits. And the moon's actually in both of these cards, so it's in that one as well. So we've got the let love transform, and I surge on the uprising wave of love. So those of you who are in relationship that may be struggling, it's always important to look at what is the most loving option for you. For those of you that want relationship, again, what is the most loving option for you? Backing yourself, not compromising on what you would like in a relationship. And for those of you that potentially have lost someone, it's to remember just how close your loved ones in spirit are. They are always there. And I believe that through the energy that's created with the full moon, it's always a time when we can call them closer. So I would invite you this week to call them closer. I have a thing every night when I go to bed, I call them close. Not just my loved ones in spirit, but the guides, angels, all of those beautiful beings of light that are continually there. And there is a thing of free will that we have to ask. So I'd invite you this week to ask, to keep those lines of communication open, and have a beautiful week. I look forward to seeing your comments, and thank you again, those of you that have subscribed and share, and see you again soon, especially the power of your past lives, because that's, yeah, there's quite a lot of interesting things there happening. Okay, bye for now.